Last episode, we completed phase 2 of Project Assembly. And now we have something very special. The Jetpack. And there we go. Oh yeah, baby. Now we can't fly for very long because we've only got solid biofuel, but it might help me not kill myself quite as often. We can hope. Now before we get stuck into phase 3, which is oil, there's something else I would like to get done. And that is to create a little caterium factory and also a quartz one. And as you can see, I've already been laying some foundations in readiness. Our caterium is just up there. And the quartz is just down there, which isn't too far from our main factory. I haven't run any belts or any hypertubes, I've just run the platforms and the power. So I am going to definitely set up a hypertube over to caterium. We'll do that first. There we go, that's our hypertube finished. And down here is where our belts will come. I'll just do that now, actually, I think. I've decided to change this because of how it doesn't line up with the lifts here. So I'll just switch it over to that away instead. There we go. Okay, I've decided to do it like this because I want the belts to go down this one. We've got extra room if we need it, so rather than try and squeeze it all in, I've just created a platform up here for our stairs up there, and our belts come down there. There we go. All right, let's go up and have a look up top. There we go, there's all my lifts going up. And we've got everything ready here. I haven't done the entrance to this belt yet because I haven't decided exactly where it's going to end. But our belts will go down there. And we've got some company. And we've got some more company. And even more. Hello. So here we have our caterium. So let's clear a couple of trees and build our caterium wire here. It's a very pink evening, isn't it? I won't be utilising all of it because of the settings that I have. We get slightly more for our money, if you like, so it doesn't take a lot of caterium to make quick wire. So we'll just make what our belt can handle. Actually, it would help if I actually smelted it first, because that does change the numbers a little bit. Well, hello. My name is Two Frog. Welcome to the lily pad. Look at those shiny gold ingots. Nice. There is something else I'd like to do up here. I would love to be able to make AI limiters up here. It does say there's some copper just over there. Supervisor's back. He's doing the evening shift. Hello, Beanie. It's a nice night, isn't it? Yeah. So what I will do, as we're making slightly more wire than our belt's going to handle, I can separate it off into two belts. One lot to go to the AI limited, One lot to go to the AI limiters, hello again, and the other lot to actually be sent back as quick wire. I know I called it caterium wire earlier. Words are hard. This is how I've set it up. These two are going into a smart splitter there. The main line will go off to the AI limiters, and the overflow will just join the quick wire line and send back as quick wire. And I will set that to overflow, so it always prioritizes the AI limiters first. Every time I want to build something and you're down there catching flies. Off you go. Bit more. No, you're still in the way. That's our quick wire going in. That's a bit hard on the eyes, isn't it? Blimey, that's going to make me go do lally, that will. Right, so our copper is somewhere that away. There we go, just over there. So if we
static gold, late night glow, jetpack, fire and overflow, factory lights fall below, still alive beneath the smoke, and somewhere in the dark, above the moving lights, I stop feeling stranded here a while ago.
I think he's having a moment. Either that or you can hear some music that I can't. Maybe you're just having a moment. Carry on. Oh, he's calmed down a little bit now. He was just a little bit excited, wasn't he? It must have been a really big juicy fly. Okay, after a little bit of finagling, I've decided to bring it in this way and a whip over there. Right, let's go and bring those copper pipes over. Hello, Beanie Boy. So I've decided to just make the exact amount that I need, and I've underclocked the miner and what have you to facilitate that. So there we go, we just need 20. I have overclocked these ones, that one slightly, and underclocked that, just because I couldn't really be bothered to do extra machines. I was happy with the one tiny little line. I really do need to make friends with some doggos, don't I? We're a bit of a long way from home, so we'll leave you there. All right, let's bring this one a lot along, even a lot along. So that's our AI limiters. So I'll just get our lines back there and we'll start taking this stuff home. And here comes the quick wire. And then the occasional little AI limiter. There we go. Right. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I haven't finished setting up the end of the hypertube. So let's do that before we depart. So you can finish up about here, I think. Sadly, we're going to have to take the slow way back because we've got to set up all of those belts all the way. But very, very successful. There's our little AI limiters. All right, let's jump off the edge, shall we? Here they come. Ooh. There we go. We've run our belts all the way across. And so far we've got as far as the screw factory. Okay, this is how I brought it in with the wall over there. I did have to just shifty over that thing. What's that called? Hypertube junction. Yes, that thing. That's a bit annoying because that's not quite on my pillar. Oh my gosh, words are really hard today. So it's not sat quite on my pillar, so I think I'll have another little jiggly with that. There we go, that looks better. Much better. All right, let's continue running these two guys. All right, we'll need to run stuff back there and we'll use some stackable conveyor poles. Okay, let's get going. You know what? I think I'll use the walls instead. They just look a bit tidier, really. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I think that'll probably end up being a bit quicker and ultimately a bit tidier. Okay, I've had to alter this slightly and just drop it down, and that does allow me to go underneath it and still allow for those on top and those below. So that's worked. That's worked well. Let's get rid of those. I did try above, but it was getting quite messy, to be honest. So I'm very glad that worked okay. I'd rather have the nice tidy ramp than have to jump the belts all the time. Not that I'll need to run this way very often because now I have hypertubes, but just in case. Right, so now we've got to bring our belts that away and work out how I want to get it back to the storage. I think I'll bring them around the back of the storage. I just got to make sure that I dodge the uranium. So we'll bring it out a couple more. That looks about good. Let's see whether that starts to fry our neurons or not. No, we're okay. Great, I'll bring that right along the back, ready to go over to the storage. I don't think I actually told you about this guy, did I? I got him ages ago and I completely forgot that I got him. I'm so sorry, Daisy. Thank you for those. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry for neglecting you. I will find you a friend and I will make you a nicer home. There was I chatting about the fact that I needed doggos and I'd completely forgotten that we had one. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Right, still beams. quick wire and AI limiters. Very nice. I've covered the hole up because I almost jumped straight down it, like I'm very good at doing. Safety is a must. And there we go. There's our storage container with AI limiters and quick wire. Now that we've completed caterium, I'm now going to set up quartz. Now quartz is down the end of that road, just along there. And I've also been busy setting up a belt line back to storage. I'm trying to streamline our belt roads now. I definitely need a little bit more tidying up because things are starting to get, I don't know, they're not looking too bad there. But the belts, I think, definitely need a little bit more structure in their to in and fro in. One of the things that we'll get doing quartz is silicon, which means we can start utilizing some nice windows to make things look a little bit prettier. I'm not planning on running the quartz crystals back just yet because I don't know exactly where I'm going to want them to go. But I definitely... Where's that all messy? I definitely want the silicon to be stored because that is something we're going to be using a fair bit of. So here we go, here's our little quartz miner. And we've got that nice long road back. And of course, the ever-present supervisor keeping his little beady eyes on us. So we've got four little constructors making silicon for us. And then I'm just going to prepare the quartz crystals in front here. As I say, for now, I won't send them back, but the possibility is there should I need to. But I may eventually make the crystal oscillators down here, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I think what I'll do a combination of both sinking and storing. We'll sink it once the excess is done. So we'll use a smart splitter there. Center can be any, and then over to the right we can have an awesome sink. Yeah. I haven't set up many awesome sinks yet, but that is definitely something that I would like to do. I did set up one for the excess steel products that we were making. That's really the only one I've set up so far, apart from these guys. Right, let's finish running the rest of that silicone back to storage now. Keep calling it silicone and it's not, it's silica, but you know what I mean. Right, so our path runs right up to that new belt highway that I've made not long ago, the caterium. So we're bringing everything round the back now rather than constantly trying to thread it through the factory. And there we go. It's not very straight, is it? I mean, I know it's the logistics floor, but still. No, it's still a bit iffy. Yeah, okay. Fine, whatever. Now what I want to do is just see how many tickets we've got. And I think I've got a couple in the box as well. There we go. And let's do some shopping. I think I'd like some more windows now that we've got the silica doors. So we've got these basic ones. Yes, we definitely want those. And those. And I'll have a look at a couple of other things as well. I think some signage. I think we've got enough for that. No, we haven't. Okay, what should we get rid of? Let's get rid of these smaller ones. I'd like to keep the billboards, I think. Yeah, that'll do. I've just decided that as we've got to have 2,500 versatile frameworks, I've decided to actually just feed them in. I'm not sure if the storage can contain that many, so we'll just put them straight in, I think. There we go. Do it that way instead. Yep. Lovely jubbly. Just had a quick count. It holds 2,400, so pretty close. Not quite enough, but that's a much easier way of doing it. I've been attempting to have a little tidy up because we do run the risk of things getting a little bit cluttered now. It looks quite good from this angle. It was starting to get very cluttered with belts here, so as you can see, I've created a few little enclosed belt lines just to try and make it a little bit clearer to see what's going on, really. I haven't finished and I had a change of colour and what have you, so we've still got more to go, but the idea is just that we can see a little bit more of what's going on and less belt madness. There's still a lot of belts to go, but just a little tidy up here and there. I'm not going to go too mad because ultimately the starter factory either gets rebuilt or it just gets completely torn down. But I just want it a little bit more clearer. That's not bad, to be honest. We've done pretty darn well. We've got all our caterium sorted out and our quartz, which means we now get to use the windows, which is why I had a little play with the belts, just tidying those up. So all is going well. So I think just to finish off, I think we should unlock oil processing. So there we are. Everything from this point on now needs the stuff from oil processing, namely rubber and plastic. So that is absolutely where we're going to carry on in our next episode. I may do a little bit more belt management in between, but then again, I may not. I may just do it as I go from now on. But it was a very productive day. Everything is ticking along nicely. I think we've earned a rest. Thank you for spending a little time here. I'll see you next time on the Lily Pad.